What's up, Prime Nation? Today I have some exciting news. We have a brand new theme called Aura UI. Aura UI is the new look and feel, and it will be the default theme for the Prime UI libraries in 2024. So I'll be showing this from PrimeView website, but it will also be available for other Prime UI libraries in the near future. So let's begin. It's generally a more compact theme. You know, we had some themes before that they were decent, but we needed some top-notch themes. We need to step up our design game, so that's where the Aura steps in. So let's begin with the components. For example, let's begin with simple inputs. They are smaller than what you have in the Lara. Let's check out the before, and you know there's a shadow behind it. It's just kind of too much going on. It's kind of bootstrappy look and feel, which is getting really old. So we have introduced, there's a small shadow. Almost in every component, there's some Easter eggs that you can find. For example, there's this tiny shadow under this input, and the focus state is very minimal. All the Aura, the idea is to be minimal, clean. Surfaces should be very clean, not many borders, so that the users should feel this very simple look and feel as well. And let's check out the drop down and overlays. It's the same idea, but you see that there's some gap between the drop down main field and the overlay panel, the popover. And that's one of the newest updates as well. All the shadows are updated, and these list items have these little gaps between the main container. And if you compare it with the Lara, you know, there's no gap, and all the everything is kind of bigger. And since Prime UI libraries are mainly used in dashboards where space should be used efficiently, so the default size is quite compact. But in the upcoming version, once the new theming API is in, you will be able to configure the density of the components programmatically. Right now, with the current engine, the SAS engine, we have to decide on a certain density, but it will be fully dynamic in the near future, so that you will be able to change the size of the components. But the Aura is designed to be quite dense, let's say. This is quite a new design for select buttons. As you can see, it's quite different in Lara, more traditional, but we've taken a different route here, and the shadows as well. Let's see also the checkboxes. They are smaller, and they have a different look and feel, of course. And also, you may notice that we have updated a lot of accessibility as well. So the main thing is that when you use the mouse, we are not usually, we were adding focus visuals, the focus ring, but now for mouse-based interactions, we are using focus visible, so that unless you use a keyboard, like I did, I just hit the tab key, you mostly get these rounded focus rings on keyboard and not on it. So checkboxes have been actually rewritten. For example, if you hover the label, you will also see that the checkbox is highlighted. So it's all based on accessibility guidelines, and the drop downs as well. We had 3 states. Now, for example, let me open this with the keyboard. I'm just using the arrow keys to go to Paris. And if you see that when I go to Rome with my mouse, the highlight item jumps. It is also it's also updated regarding the accessibility guidelines. So let's move on to, for example, the chips. Every spacing here around the inputs. I mean, this Aura took like a month to implement, so it was really a hard theme to implement. But there's too many details, Easter eggs, so that you can check out. So let's check out the buttons as well. They're of course smaller, and we have a new button in this theme called contrast buttons. Contrast buttons can be used if you check out the dark mode. They switch the main contrast. So in case you don't want to add a lot of colors to your UI, you can use this contrast. And we will also add it to the messages, tags, and other components as well, where there's a severity. There will also be a contrast in the near future. So let's check out the data table as well. It's quite simple. Not many lines if you compare it to Lara. Again, not many backgrounds, and since it's displaying data, we had made it more compact. And I would like to switch to this new lime, which kind I really like, the lime color. Accordion is quite interesting because if you check out Lara, too many lines. Again, a bootstrap look, but with Aura we have simple lines, just 3 lines, and that's it. Again, we have even created new images for cards, and let's check out the panels. It's quite some drastic changes for the panel. This is the Lara panel and this is the Aura panel. And let's move on to tab view. Now we have an animation here as the default one, and even the scrollable section, there's this fade out effect for the scrollable tabs as well, in both in dark mode. And let's check out the dialogues. The dialogues have been redone. There are a lot of new demos actually, for example this one, and there's also the noir mode, which we call this. Everything goes kind of black and white, so the shades differ from it starts from white to black, and there's a gray scale shades between them. So in case you don't want to add a lot of colors to your design, I would really suggest checking this noir theme of Aura. It belongs to Aura, and as you can see, we have not many colors around this time. And let's check out the templates. Again, the same thing, and even the overlay panel here. If you check this out, we have new demos, and we will keep improving these demos as well. So let's add some color, and there's just a glimpse of what's coming up. The new theming API based on the design tokens will be about CSS variables for implementation and Figma variables for the design. So there will be design tokens and they will be implemented differently. Just a glimpse of it. In Aura, we have added this thing called focus ring. So here you have the primary color is used as the focus ring, but if you turn this off, you will see that more current text color is mainly a bit bolder of it will be used. So you will just have a simple configuration, but in the next generation version of the primary libraries, you will be able to customize everything with CSS variables and even generate your themes from Figma, as you know. Okay, let's move on. The pick list, again, just an idea of what Aura brings. Less colors, more clean surfaces, and even the pick list buttons are just redone for use based on the secondary button, which is quite different. And 3 is it needs to display a lot of data, so we made it smaller as well. And let's go to, for example, the menus. For example, again, more clean surfaces that makes you focus on the items instead, and different colors. Let's dive into the dark mode from now on. The messages are redone. They are now with the toast as well. They are simpler compared to other themes of us. And for example, some of other components like we have, like the meter group is the newest one for sure, and there will be new components coming up like stepper for wizard-like functionality drawer, and the layout and typography components are also coming in by the end of February. So again, a lot of things for Aura. I hope you like the new design, and we will keep improving Aura. And this actually, it was planned to be the new default theme of the new theming API, because with the current SAS-based version, it was kind of tricky to implement it, but we couldn't stand not doing it. So we had brought it to the current version as well. Hope you like it. And in the newest version, there will be more customization options. Right now, there's a static dark mode like this color, but in the newest version, we will be able to give this option to you where you will be able to customize the different dark modes. For example, here you will be able to choose between surfaces, primary colors instantly with CSS variables and so on. That this is also will be able to LAR as well. So the current version is just a glimpse and just a production of the prototype, let's say. But the next version is like, wow, that will be really take to the next level, and that's scheduled for the end of February. We will announce it at Vue Amsterdam conference, and that will be available to all other Prime libraries, including our beloved Prime Faces. Okay, thank you for joining me, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.